Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're enjoying the chipping content, boy, you're in for a treat. We're gonna clean up one of these trails today. I like to be able to give the kids wagon rides behind the tractor, but it would be nice to be able to do that without getting physically assaulted by tree branches everywhere I go. So, if chipping's your thing, if Kubota BX is your thing, buckle up, it's gonna be a good time. Let's do it. Lawnmower, after. We'll make a video. What happened? Something happened. Let's see. So, I don't know if you saw that or heard that or whatever. Let's get this camera turned around so I can see what I'm doing. So, we're still getting used to this machine, right? But I could definitely tell that something was going on. The sound changed, the tractor sounded labored. But what I can see so far, this is just packed with material. So this thing's plugged up or something's going on. I'm going to go back to the house and I'll grab some tools so I can pull open that clamshell or that flywheel cover. And we'll have a look and see if we can see what's going on or clean it out. We'll be right back. All right, so I'm back with some of the absolute incorrect tools, but they'll get the job done. I expect to see this fully packed with material. Go to the other side so I can pull it open. Well, we were definitely packed here. You see that? Super hard. And it's hot too. Interesting. I mean, this stuff is wet, right? We're chipping wet stuff here. It's all packed in on the bottom. Wow. It's packed in there so hard you'd swear it was done by a hammer. Most of the trees we have on this property are like softwood, cedars, poplars, pine, spruce, more poplar, more poplar. So this might just be something that will happen. We'll just have to maybe go slower, give it a chance for the shoot to clear itself out before we put the next branch in or the next bush in. But this is pretty tight. Wonder if I can push it back down. This will make for a good thumbnail. Did I break it already? Holy.
There's zero movement on it from the bottom.
No, it's very tight. And you can see, can you see here how you have, there's a reduction in the size of the throat opening for this? So it's wide, it's as wide as that casing there, but then it steps in to meet up with your final width of this chute, and that is exactly where it got plugged, is in that reduction in diameter, or reduction in cross-sectional area of the throat. You are the weakest link.
There you go. It's almost out. It moved 2 inches. Got it. Looks like grass.
Well, poplar trees are grass as far as I'm concerned. They grow as fast as grass. They're garbage. Now that could have been partially plugged from the last time I used this too, right? There's nothing saying that this was all just us today. You can see how this thing is able to maintain the speed of its rotational mass because it's just so heavy. And if it does bite into something that is really hard, there's going to be enough momentum within that wheel to continue chipping and hopefully get through the most of it before the tractor has a chance to bog down. And then when it clears the material, the tractor can get its RPMs back up and you're ready for the next tree. That's the idea anyway.
Is there any way of checking to make sure we didn't damage it?
Well, I mean, it's shear pin protected anyway, kind of just like a snowblower. So if we did put too much load on it, there's a bolt in there. It's pretty hard to see. Maybe I can throw a picture up just on the screen. But if that pin breaks, then it stops the PTO from being able to deliver any power to this thing, and that'll stop the flywheel from spinning as well as stop the belt-driven hydraulic infeed pump that runs the roller in the back.
So we did not do that?
We did not break the shear pin. No, it's
Yay.
intact.
You'd have been 2 for 2.
There's a lot of crap packed in the front of this though. I don't really like that very much. Don't know what you would do about it though. That's going to need needle nose pliers to clear that out, so we'll do that when we're done today. That's how it works though. The material's driven in down here and just pushes up against that blade. It pushes up against the flywheel, and then as it comes around, the knife just cuts, and then it gets picked up in here, delivered all the way around, and gets shot up into that chute when it's closed, and out it goes. That's the idea. So let's close it up and we'll fire it up and let it spit out the rest of this junk, and we'll get back to work. To remember, I guess, if we're feeding trees in this end and the trees aren't coming out the other end, we gotta stop. So I guess we're good. Let's set the camera back up and we'll keep going. So Julie and I were just trying to diagnose whatever is making a sound here that we didn't like, and we traced it as far back as the PTO shaft anyway, and I don't know if this shear pin has partially failed as a result of that blockage, but I'm pretty sure this is what we were hearing. See if you can hear that. Just the rattling at low RPMs. You'd hear that when the machine is not chipping. When it's not under load and the machine's kind of just freewheeling, that's just going to chatter around between the power strokes of the engine basically. So we're going to take this back over to the garage. I may as well grease both of these U-joints while it's there, and we'll tighten that back up and see if it actually snaps. And I'm pretty sure this chipper came with 2 spare shear pins anyway, so if it snaps it shouldn't be that big a deal. So let's go grease this sucker. All right, we put some grease in that U-joint, and I tightened the grease nipple too because it was loose. Let's see if we can get that tightened up without snapping it. Snap! Well, it seemed to tighten up, and that is a nylock, so maybe it was just a little bit loose from the factory, or maybe the only thing holding that thing stationary before I had a chance to notice it was the paint. Maybe the paint just had it stuck enough to hold it in place. I doubt it. It was probably loose and I just never noticed. So, grease up that other one, head back out and put it together. Crazy.
Reverse the order that you took it off on?
Yeah, but I would if I could remember the order.
The coupler closest to the tractor was last.
Last? Okay, so this one goes on first. Oh, came off last?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got to go back on first. Good thing somebody's paying attention.
I don't know, I probably told you that right. I mean wrong.
Oh, don't worry, I'll tell you. Okay, it's 1/2 locked on. Now these things, looks like it could go back on in any position, right? But it actually only goes on one way, as far as I can tell, unless I'm totally not doing this right. Don't think you were right.
Ah, boo. That's the first time for everything, dear.
It's just too heavy. There. These little chains are a pain in the butt.
What are they for?
They stop the shroud from rotating with the actual shaft that's inside for safety purposes, so that nobody's hair or clothing gets wrapped up in the PTO shaft. I mean, I get why they're there.
Yep.
I just don't like them. However,
Safety first.
safety third.
First, dear.
All right, now let's see if it sounds like somebody's teeth are getting rattled out. It's a little bit better, but not a whole bunch.
But I haven't heard that grind.
No.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Alright, hold my beer.
right, let's get you back up in a tree. What happened? I'm gonna go get the chipper. We got the chipper. Let's start chipping. Hard to find a place to put this camera. Somebody cut down all the small stuff. Gotta attach you to a tree. How's that? All right, let's go get the John Deere LA 140. We'll give this a cut, try to clean it up a bit. Inevitably, there will be more that I will have to come in here and trim out, but for the first pass, that's pretty good. Let's do it. All right, let's find a good tree. I mean, that's the idea. Just use the lawnmower to smash up the rest of the stuff that was too small to get into the chipper. There is this stuff here, this green stuff here. I'll get the chainsaw and cut those off. I can't get any closer to them with the lawnmower. It's pretty soft stuff. The lawnmower chews it up pretty good, but can't make it easy for everything. Alright guys, I think that's enough playing around in the bushes for one day. I hope you enjoyed that. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to, at killingitcountry. Not many people follow me there, but maybe it'll take off one day. That's it. Until next time, take it easy.